All right, we're getting ready to start. It'll be Aiden Humble jumping for Rich Hill and Sean Bryan for Skyline, and the ball comes off to Skyline to start the ball game. Blaine Robb with the ball. Jump shot from Quarter in the corner is no good. Rebound by Gideon. He loses the ball to Quarter. Quarter puts it up and in. Bryant Quarter's first 2 points, and it's 5-2. Sean Bryan, first lead of the ball game for Skyline. Right back down the other way is Mumma. He scores to get the lead right back. Skyline trails Rich Hill 9-8 with 3:01 to go. Rich Hill's got the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Ball's inbounded. Shot up and no good by Hecadon. Tipped over to Quarter, and Quarter scores. That's 4 points in the ball game. Gideon's got it. Skyline with a 1 point deficit, but the ball, and Quarter steals the ball, and he's headed to the hoop, and he stuffs the ball. Bryant Quarter with a dunk makes it a 3 point game. Quickly back down the floor is Phillips to Bryan. Back to Phillips on the right-hand wing. Gets it to Gideon, top of the key. Bryan on the left-hand side to Dansby. Back to Phillips. They're looking to get the ball inside to Mountain. He's got it. Turns around, face-up, jump shot. No good. Rims off. Quarter's got it. Gets it back to Blaine Robb. Back to Quarter. Down the floor it comes. Good catch and spin move by Mumma. His 4th point. And it's 19-14, and a timeout has been called. 19-14, Rich Hill, 6:56 to go in the second quarter. Speed over onto the left-hand wing to Phillips. Underneath to Dansby, to Bryan in the corner for a three. He's not going to fall. Tipped around, and Quarter comes down with the ball. He gets it to Robb, who runs it up the court. Hecadorn underneath to Mumma. He's in traffic. Quarter's now had at the top of the key, steps inside for a jump shot that goes. Bryant Quarter got 8 points, and it's a 7 point Rich Hill lead. Bryan across half court, loses the ball. Kyle George steals it, 2-on-1 the other way to Hecadon. Hecadon scores, and another timeout called. 25-16 is the score. 43-38. Back to 5. Quarter takes the ball to the hoop, lays it up, scores the basket, and he's fouled. Bryant Quarter exploded the hoop. He was going to dunk it. He got fouled. He just laid it in. 10 points for Quarter, and he's got a free throw. Extends it back to a 7 point lead with 2:38 to go, third quarter. Bryant Quarter. Free throw's good. 46-38, 8 point lead. Robb inbounds to Hecadon. To Quarter, to Mumma. Jump shot's good. Jacob Mumma. 14 points for him. Rich Hill only has one foul this quarter on them. Ball comes inbound to Hecadon. He gets it back to Kyle George, who's checked into the game. Quarter underneath. Robb lays it up and in. Blaine Robb with his 9th point in the ball game, and it's a 10 point lead. Feed Ford back into the ball game, gets it inbounds to Gideon. He gets his pocket picked by George to Quarter. He takes it in, gets his shot partially blocked, and it's no good, but they recover the ball. Hecadon with a three, and it's good. 53-40. Hecadon with 13 points and another timeout by Skyline. Looking for point number 24 in the ball game. Rolls around and in. Shooter's touch. Got them both. 75, and the ball is stolen by George on the inbounds pass. Quarter could have taken it in for a dunk. Decided to pull it out. Run the clock. 10 seconds to go in the game. Rob Hecadon. Everybody's after him. It's going to be called a jump ball, and it belongs to Rich Hill with 5.9 to go in the ball game. 75-62. The officials are having a little chat because it's getting a little chippy. Everybody knows that Skyline needs to foul, and they're making sure that the official knows that it's a foul.
Number 33, Mason.
Wholesale changes for Skyline to play the last 5.9 seconds of this ball game. Rich Hill has the ball out of bounds, 5.9, and now Rich Hill empties their bench, and everybody leaves off the floor for them as well. Now we'll just have to sort out and make sure there's 5 of each side on the floor. There are. Ball should be inbounded. Dribble out the clock, and the final score should be 75-62. We'll see if that's the way it turns out. George has the ball inbounds. Dribbles it across half court. Stops. Passes the ball. And there's the buzzer. The final score is 75-62. So Rich Hill is the champion of the Skyline tournament in a really good competitive basketball game between two fine teams. For the victorious Rich Hill Tigers, they were led by Cole Hecadon with 24, 17 for Jacob Mama, 12 for Blaine Robb, 12 for Brant Quarter, 9 for Aiden Humble, and 1 point for Kyle George.